The newest major conference in college gymnastics only got stronger. New opponents.
You better get used to it because they're not going anywhere.
New faces.
That is a work of art.
And a new championship format have brought fresh excitement to an already re-energized conference. Now they all go toe-to-toe in a town that knows a thing or two about crowning a champion.
NC State, they are the winners.
Every flip, split, and dismount has never mattered more.
She's beautiful to watch.
That was spectacular.
The crowd loves it. She loves it too.
Here, all teams are eager to take home a brand new crown. Welcome to the 2025 ACC Gymnastics Championship.
Welcome inside the First Horizon Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina for Session 2 of the 2025 ACC Gymnastics Championship. Earlier today in Session 1, the teams that were ranked 5th and 6th coming into this competition, Clemson and Pittsburgh, went head-to-head. Clemson was spectacular in the floor exercise in that final rotation, and they are essentially the leaders in the clubhouse as we go to session number 2, which are the top 4 seeds in the conference, which of course includes California, Stanford, NC State, and North Carolina. Hi everybody, I'm Bart Connor along with my fellow Olympian Bridget Sloan. And Bridget, because of conference realignment, this conference has gotten even tougher, hasn't it?
It has. The ACC brought over Cal and Stanford, who finished their 2024 season in the top 5. So bringing them over has only made everybody else elevate their game.
Let's talk about how good Cal is. They were runner-up in the NCAAs last year. Currently ranked 6th in the country, but they are the ACC regular season champions as a result of going undefeated against all of their ACC competitors. And of course they have Maya Lizan, the first gymnast in ACC history to score a perfect 10, and it's always well deserved.
And on the other side, for Stanford, Brenna Knoll. This is a senior who has just been crushing it. She had a 39.4, which is 4th in the ACC. She knows how to put up the big numbers. She is a joy to watch, and she loves competing. And we can't forget about Miss Anna Roberts, the queen of vault, in my opinion. She's the 2024 NCAA vault champion, and she is the vault champion for a reason, and we'll see that tonight.
All right, for more on the quality of the competition, we're even going to see Ashley Knight from NC State. She was the vault champion last year. Lali Dekanoidze from North Carolina won the bars with a 9.95 last year. And Chloe Negretti won both beam and floor with spectacular scores. We'll see them tonight as well. For more on the quality of the competition tonight, let's go to Taylor Tannenbaum.
Well, Bart, Bridget, we got to witness history in this building last year with the crowning of an ACC champion for the first time since 1984. So why not add a little history this year with Cal and Stanford in the building as well? And really, they've been a welcomed addition to this league. If you ask all of the other head coaches, NC State's Kim Landris says it's really raised the level of competition, and it's brought out the best in all of the athletes because they know when Cal and Stanford are on the floor, they are going to bring their best. North Carolina's Dana Durrani agrees, and she put it simply, a rising tide lifts all boats, and I expect you're going to see that here tonight, an elevated level of gymnastics with all 4 of these teams competing for an ACC championship, Bart.
And thank you, Taylor. It all comes down to this, and the chance to be crowned 2025 ACC Gymnastics Champions. Rotation 1 is coming up after the break. And welcome back inside the First Horizon Coliseum here in Greensboro, North Carolina. The 2025 ACC Gymnastics Championship gets underway right now. Remind people the format. Session 1 earlier today featured the lower seeded team. Session 2 tonight has the top 4 teams by seed in the conference. Team with the highest score across both sessions wins the championship. So essentially Clemson is in the leader of the clubhouse after round 1. No more than 2 apparatus will be going simultaneously. 6 gymnasts compete for each team on each apparatus. You count just the 5 of 6 best scores towards their team total, And this year it's a little bit different. The conference championships, as opposed to the regular season, there are actually 4 judges judging each event. High and low scores are thrown out, and the middle 2 scores are averaged. Up on bars for Stanford is Ana Paula Gutierrez, their leadoff competitor.
And Bart, this is a strong leadoff. Double front with a half and a stuck landing.
Wow.
Stanford making a statement on uneven bars.
There's a lot of action here now to the vault. Maya Wiley, California.
Big 10-0 start value for Cal. They have a stacked vault lineup. I'm excited to see what they do the rest of this rotation.
Just a reminder to the fans, we're bringing you all the action. You can see every routine available here. The coverage of every routine is available on the ACC Network Extra and the app. So if you want to make sure you don't miss one routine from your particular team, launch another browser and you can see it all, including our coverage here tonight. Meg Adler on floor on the right side of your screen for NC State. On the beam for North Carolina, it's Jessica Naranjo.
Jessica on the left showcasing calm coolness on balance beam. Great leap pass, switch half to wolf jump, beat jump. Making sure that connection was clean and concise. And just the dismount. 1.5 twist, very well done.
Naranjo known as one of the catalysts to get them started off on beam, and she does her part.
Meg Adler, this is the final pass for her. Has been a clean floor routine so far. Very nice start for NC State, the reigning ACC champions, making some noise tonight.
Well, we're going to see some outstanding competition. The score in on bars for Ana Paula Gutierrez, 9.95 in the leadoff spot for Stanford. Second vaulter for Cal will be Kyan Mayhew after Maya Wiley led them off with a 9.85.
Another big vault here.
Oh, wow.
Almost stuck it cold. Yurchenko 1.5. I think the landing came out a little bit of a surprise for her.
It sure looked like that. Sienna Robinson now for Stanford, the sophomore out of Las Vegas on bars.
And bar Ana Paula putting up a 9.95 in the leadoff position for Stanford on bars.
Remember, scores tend to build, so usually you put up your best athletes at the end of the lineup and build to those big 9.95s. Here, Stanford already started with one.
And Sienna doing a fabulous job. Step on the landing, but that was the biggest deduction in my eyes. Beautiful form throughout that entire bar routine. Excellent job for Stanford.
Stanford currently ranked 14th in the country. They have 2 all-arounders competing tonight. Back to North Carolina. Jojo Valahovic after Jessica Naranjo. A solid 9.85 in that leadoff spot, which is so important.
Sometimes it's nice being able to start on balance beam. It's a very calm event, and after the warm-up, after the march-in, it actually is, a lot of athletes tend to enjoy starting on balance beam. I think JoJo might be one of them with that beautiful acro series.
When you were at Florida, did you like starting on beam?
I didn't really like starting any meet part. But if I had to choose, I actually preferred to start on bars.
Katie Harper now for NC State on floor. 9.825 was the leadoff score for Meg Adler.
And just the dismount for JoJo. Beautiful job over at balance beam for UNC.
Keep in mind, these are the top 4 seeded teams in the conference, but the scores are already much higher tonight than they were this afternoon. This is the best of the best in the conference for sure. Casey Brown will vault for California after Cayenne Mayhew notched their 2nd straight 9.85.
Casey Brown, she's got a big one here. Did beautiful ones in warm-up. Really nicely done. She gets great height off the vault. Great body position, and I love the control she handles that landing with. And Katie Harper, so far so good with this floor routine. Front 1.5, beautiful job, right to her lunge. Sometimes floor can actually be a little difficult on podium, but NC State really making some noise tonight about not only leveling up their gymnastics, but you can tell they've been working on the cleanness in the body positions.
Job for Katie Harper, the sophomore out of Columbus, Ohio for NC State. Brenda Nault, one of the all-arounders and one of the leaders in every way for the Stanford Cardinal. Sienna Robinson, second up, had gotten a 9.875. Remember, 6 athletes compete. You count just the 5 highest scores out of those 6 towards the team total, and Stanford's off to an amazing start.
Brenna has beautiful lines. Makes bars look almost elegant. How she floats up, toe full, into double tuck, and gets the landing. Really nicely done. Just a beautiful bar worker.
Brenna Nault out of Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Take a look. This is a toe full, actually. Into her double tuck, little over the bar there. Judges are going to want to see that handstand position, but solidifies that routine with a stick.
That's a good example of this. Not the most difficult dismount, but the fact that she did it with the combination, the toe full, gives her combination points and allows her to have a 10-0 start value.
Yep, absolutely. I think that's the beauty of college gymnastics is you're wanting to start from that 10-0 start value, but there's many ways to get there. So we're going to see a little bit of the combination bonus, a lot of combination on beam, floor, bars.
There's MJ Frazier, Justin Howell, one of the 2 head coaches at Cal, as she gets ready to go. Ellie Hadrick for NC State on the floor. Katie Harper before her had a 9.775.
And bar MJ Frazier has the hardest vault at this competition. She's going to do a Yurchenko double twist.
No one else in the competition does this vault today.
Really nicely done. Stumbled on that landing just a little bit. Didn't quite get the pop off the vault that we're used to seeing from her, but what a difficult vault that she does right here. One thing I've been so impressed with NC State is their level of performance. Artistry is so important, and all these athletes are so engaging. You'll see the eye movement to the fingers all the way down to their toes. Final pass here. 1.5 to lay out. Gorgeous job there. Really well done.
NC State, of course, the reigning ACC champions, the only team to ever win an ACC championship. They won back in '84, and then 40 years later, when ACC sponsored the gymnastics championship again, they won it. Julia Noer now for North Carolina. Nev King before her had a 9.625. Balahovic a 9.875. That's the high score so far for Carolina on beam.
Starts things off. Acro series here. Beautiful handspring layout, step out, just floats to her finish. A little short on that split half. You saw those feet, they weren't all the way turned. See if the judges take that. Nice combination, front toss to beat jump. Julia does so well at her finishes in every skill she does. Chest is always up, arms are always right where they need to be. See if she can get the stick. Big hop forward, but a really clean beam routine.
Krista Ziltevich, after Ellie Hadrick had a 9.9, the high score so far for state on floor.
Round off, back handspring, 2.5 punch front. She liked that one.
As Maddie Williams starts to vault for Cal.
Beautiful Yurchenko full for Maddie. It's a 9.95 start value. And Bart, we talk about the risk versus reward. And that 9.95 is done beautifully. Nice powerful jumps from Krista. Coming after Ellie's 9.9. NC State is putting up some big numbers, looking to drop that 9.775. Double tuck.
Nice.
Beautiful finish. Great height. Wow.
Krista Ziltevich, the graduate student, transferred from Kentucky a couple of years ago, performing in front of a very appreciative crowd here in Carolina. Gwen Fink now for the Tar Heels. Julia Noer had a 9.675. So Tar Heels are not getting the big scores that we're seeing from Cal, Stanford, and NC State at this point as of yet, but they're starting on beam. Everybody at some point today is going to have to do beam, like it or not.
Exactly.
Gwen Fink. Anna Roberts is on the left of your screen, pardon me, for Stanford on the bars.
And Anna is a powerful bar swinger, aggressive in those cast handstands.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a stuck dismount for Anna Roberts.
Expect another big score for them. They got a 9.95 over there and a 9.9 from Brenna Nault.
And Gwen doing a really nice job so far with this beam routine. She is so poised on the balance beam and the dismount. Gainer full and gets the stick. Right now, unfortunately, UNC has 2 9.6s, so they will have to keep one of them. But I really think Gwen is going to help elevate this last competitor.
Ashley Knight, the sophomore from Greensboro, right here in town. 9.8, the score for Ziltevich. So far, the high score for NC State is a 9.9 for Ellie Hadrick. Maya Lozan, the final vaulter for Cal after Maddie Williams got a 9.85. They have 4 9.85s and 1 9.9 over there. Cal off to a terrific start on vault.
Maya's capable of a big score here. So she was a little under-rotated, Bart, but one thing she does so well, she covered it. Beautifully done. And Ashley Knight. She is a power athlete.
Kim Landers told us something interesting about her. She said she's pretty funny and goofy, but when it's time to compete, she says, leave me alone, I gotta do my thing.
Hey. She knows how to do it.
Oh.
Wow. Such power right now. NC State putting up some big numbers.
Taylor Schultz now, final competitor for Carolina on beam. Gwen Fink had a 9-9 just before her, so that raises the level of their team score substantially. Remember, they're trying to replace the 9.625 from Nev King.
Little balance break for Taylor on that left side. Saw that foot come off the balance beam.
Last competitor on bars for Stanford is Uwe Soma after Anna Roberts got their 9.925. So Stanford off to already a 49.475, which is just under a 9.9 average in their first rotation. Oh my goodness.
Beautiful lines over on the right side for Uwe.
That's right,
and
she's known as the queen of the handstand. That is something else.
2 sticks, we've got a stick on bars and on balance beam. Wow.
That's how good the competition is in this conference now. Wow. Let's go down to Taylor.
Bridget, you talked about NC State's artistry. Well, there's a story to Chloe Negretti's floor routine. It has a Marvel movie, Hunger Games theme. It's a battle. It builds throughout. At one point, she gets knocked down, gets back up. And guys, the ending, she says, is up for your interpretation. You get to decide if she has won the battle or accepted her fate. You be the judge.
Okay, Sloan, you're the judge. Stanford will have the lead after this first rotation on their incredible work on bars. Negretti needs a 9.9 to put NC State in second.
Big first pass for Chloe. The front layout, beautiful job.
While Negretti is finishing up on floor, the score came in for Stanford's Uwe Soma on bars, a 10.
Last pass for Chloe. So far, this has been a really nice routine.
Ooh.
Little hop there. Little stumble on the landings for Chloe, but one thing about her artistry, it really is just a routine that you have to watch.
The ending was up for interpretation. Did she make it? Did she win?
I think she did a great job, Bart.
All right. While that was happening, in came the score of Uwe Soma. Huge scores for Stanford on the bars, and she is well known to have one of the cleanest lines in a handstand of anybody in the country, let alone perhaps even the world. Look at that body line in the handstand and the form.
Perfection. I mean, that was a beautiful bar routine. I think she squatted just a little bit deep on her landing, but The one thing that she did so well, those handstands are textbook handstands.
Stanford with a 49.65 will have the lead. And Cal did a terrific job on vault with a 49.3, and Taylor is with their coach now.
Justin, what stood out to you about your team's performance on vault?
Yeah, I mean, just really consistent across the board. You know, big, powerful vaults to start off the meet, which is really important. You know, landings weren't quite as precise as maybe I'd like them to be, but a very good start with the energy and the consistency.
Heading over to bars now, we've already seen a ton. What's the key for your squad?
Just to do what we normally do. I mean, we're a good team on bars, and we just need to stay present. Yeah, thank you.
Guys.
All right, thank you, Taylor. Wow, what a first rotation. We're off and running here. The gymnasts are hot. The scores are fantastic. We've already seen a perfect 10 score. And yet, when we return, Taylor Tannenbaum spoke with Maya Lozana and Anna Roberts about their long friendship and their gymnastics journey. We'll have that in a moment.
I'm Taylor Tannenbaum, joined now by Anna Roberts from Stanford and Maya Lozana from Cal. And I know they are big rivals, but there's a reason we're all here right now. It's because the two of you have been friends for a very, very long time. Maya, explain how far back this relationship goes with Anna.
We go way back into club gymnastics. Anna moved to Metro when I was in middle school, so we've kind of just grew up together.
My very first day, I actually split the beam. I just remember her being like, it's okay.
We've always been really supportive of each other and really great teammates. Me and Anna have been in the same atmosphere and environment and conference, so it's been cool my entire collegiate career.
It was just really comforting to know that I had like an old face there. We would always go up to each other and congratulate each other after the meets.
Obviously, the ultimate goal is to win a championship, not just in the ACC, but a national championship. What's it going to take to get that done this time around?
For us, the biggest thing is just putting all the pieces together. We've shown that we can hit on every event. We just need to do it.
I think it's just really staying intentional with our training. You know, we translate all the hard work that we put into training into competition. I think it's just going to be dialing into the small things and getting one day better every single day. I think Cal and Stanford, we're going to take it all the way.
I love the friendship and the rivalry at the same time. Now, one of the big stories in all of college sports, of course, have been the conference realignments. Take a look at this. Last year's ACC champion was NC State. This year, the regular season champion is California, who, by the way, used to be in the Pac-12. Last year's Oklahoma won the Big 12 championship. This year, it's Utah. Last year, it was Michigan State who won the Big 10 championship, and this year, it's the UCLA Bruins winning the Big 10. Just hard to keep all this straight. And then in the SEC, of course, Oklahoma joined, and they are co-winners of the regular season in the SEC. All kinds of changes in all of college sports, but the good news is we're still seeing high-quality competition, and Stanford, one of their best scorers in history on the bars, has the lead.
Are we sure this is gonna work? Shh, we gotta believe.
All right, let us explain here in Greensboro. Stanford has this thing with a stick. In 2022, a lot of teams around the country were doing different things to celebrate sticking a landing in competition. Stanford's mascot is a tree, as you know, so someone jokingly was like, we should literally get a stick. So they went out, got a stick, and it spiraled into this tradition. Now the freshmen's job is to go out and search for a stick every meet, even when they're on the road. This one you're seeing here is from right here in Greensboro. They save all of them, and at the end of the year, the team has a bonfire to reflect back on the season. So the stick, guys, has really taken on a life of its own.
Oh, my goodness. Well, it seems to be working. Their second highest score in uneven bars history in that first rotation, 49.65. Stanford does have the lead. Cal's on bars now on the right, and NC State with Matt Agler on the left with vault.
And a nice start for NC State in Cal showing out with a stuck landing.
We've already seen a 10 today on the bars. And Cal, this is an amazing event for them, so who knows where these scores are headed.
I think Cal has some of the best bar work. They have the technique. They really show a story, and they bring headgear.
The California Golden Bears, of course. Claire Dean, leadoff competitor for Stanford on beam. There's Jessica Naranjo, leadoff North Carolina on floor.
Claire starting things off. That was a side aerial layout step out. Have to be so technically correct over the beam. Stanford had quite the show out on uneven bars in that first rotation. They want to keep that momentum going. And just the dismount for Claire. Round off 1.5 and gets the stick. Really nice job.
Just exactly what they need in that leadoff spot.
And Jessica over on floor. This is an event where UNC can really pull away. They are gorgeous on this event with their tumbling, and they have been really working on just cleaning up their leaps. You see full extension.
Jessica Naranjo led them off on beam in that first rotation with a strong 9.85. Once again, great leadoff competitor for the Tar Heels. Ava Myers coming after Meg Adler from NC State led off them with a 9.75.
Nice Yurchenko full. Big hop on the landing. Didn't quite get the pop off of the table.
MJ Frazier will be up for Cal on bars. Maya Lozan, their leadoff competitor, 9.95. Ties her career high.
Beautiful so far.
With already a 10 today, and the 9.95 is a leadoff competitor. Where are these scores going to end up on bars? Because this is amazing.
Wow.
What are you going to do with that, judges?
And a stuck landing.
Oh, my goodness.
Beautiful double layout. We're going to take another look here because it was so good. Legs glued together. Finishes just so precisely.
Temple Landry now for Stanford on beam. Claire Dean led them off with a solid 9.85.
This is Temple's first year competing beam for Stanford. Nice handspring layout there. Head coach Tabitha Yim said she is so solid in this second spot.
Landry, out of the Maple Grove, Minnesota, did her club training at Twin City Twisters. Great club program up there that gave us so many great champions, including someone like Maggie Nichols, NCAA all-around champion. Nice job.
Gorgeous dismount. This is a great event for Stanford. Again, they came from uneven bars where they were lights out, keeping that momentum, keeping that energy in this second rotation.
NC State, Lucy Lehman will be up now after the Ava Myers had a 9.7. So NC State not keeping pace with all the 9-9s we're seeing from the top two teams here.
Yurchenko half, blind landing, just a small hop on that landing. Great body position throughout. Keeps those hips open. Just what the judges are looking for.
NC State currently ranked 19th in the country, back over to Stanford. Temple Landry had a 9-9. So this is coming down already between the Stanford Cardinal and the California Golden Bears. MJ Frazier got the second straight 9-9-5 for Cal on bars, and it gets even better.
Annalise, beautiful bar swinger. Her lines are they're just pretty. She's just a very pretty bar swinger.
Ashley Carter on the beam for Stanford at the same time.
So far, Cal is 3 for 3 on stuck landings. Ashley Carter with that triple series.
When you say triple series, obviously the gymnasts have to do an acrobatic series, basically 2 skills connected. It takes a little extra risk to do 3 in a row.
It does, because you have to be straight on, not just for 1 skill, but for 2 skills leading up to that layout step out. A lot of athletes come into college by already doing the triple series, and when you get comfortable with the acro series, you tend to stick with it. Wow, another stuck landing. I mean, normally I say sticks are contagious for teams, but it looks like sticks are contagious for this entire arena.
Let's go down to Taylor Tannenbaum.
I asked JoJo Valahovic, the freshman, who's taken her under the wing the most, and she immediately said senior Julia Noer. She's a really good leader, really good role model, and she says they do every event together, so they're together a lot. Julia understands what it's like to be a freshman, having those nerves, so JoJo says she's really good at bringing the peace, guys.
Valahovic, freshman, Sagamore Hills, Ohio. Wow.
Wow, huge tuck full in to start this floor routine. Great height. Second pass, front through to double tuck.
Oh, yeah.
Outstanding finish.
We spoke with their head coach, Dana Durrani, the other day about JoJo, and she couldn't say so many, she was running out of things to say about her because she's so spectacular. Just a freshman with enormous potential.
Really nice job. UNC is bringing it on this floor rotation. In this first pass, look at the height she's gonna get. And one thing she does so well, she blocks her chest at the landing. She stopped her rotation, squeezing that core of hers, making that landing perfect.
Ella Cesario now for Cal on bars. Annalise Newman-Atchie, their 3rd straight 9-9-5. Oh no.
Went over on that cast handstand. Gets her rhythm back. Ella Cesario is a beautiful bar swinger for Cal. Just an uncharacteristic mistake there. That will be the score that they will be wanting to drop. But this is a great view, Bart. You see those shoulders. She had her shoulders over the bar, and then it looked like she tried too hard, and her feet went over instead, causing that
You know, sometimes
mistake.
after 3 9.95s, you feel comfortable going aggressive, and she did go aggressive, just a little overcooked on that handstand. Anna Roberts on beam. Ashley Carter before her had Stanford's low score there so far, the 9.775. You see that on the right of your screen. It's grayed out. That is the score they'd like to replace. Counting 5 out of the 6 scores. Kaya Forbes for North Carolina on the floor. Jojo Valahovic had a 9.9 for the Tar Heels.
Anna Roberts, nice connection there, side aerial to split jump. You saw those arms do a full circle. When they're doing a connection like that, the full circle actually just means that they are continuing the connection. So there is no balance break. And Anna, the dismount. Another stuck dismount for Stanford. Kaya Forbes, dynamic on her tumbling. Round off back handspring double tuck. Sticks it cold, no lunge needed. Kaya coming after JoJo's 9.9. Set up for a big one here.
Corey Negretti now for State on vault. Coming after Krista Zultevich had a 9.85, their high score. Negretti, of course, their top all-around competitor. Okay, here is Maddie Williams. Now the score is in for Ella Cesario, only a 9.4. So that's the score they're going to try to replace if they can get 2 more hit routines for California here in this rotation.
Very nice. Pressure is on, but pressure makes diamonds.
Oh.
Beautifully done. Just a tiny step with that right foot on the landing, but getting this Cal team back on track. Well done.
Brenna Nolt on beam for Stanford after Anna Roberts had a 9.8. The score for the Cardinal on beam so far is the 9.9 from Temple Landry.
Another triple series. Stunning. Handspring, layout, step out. One thing Brenna does so well on beam is her rhythm. You see, it's almost like she's counting in her head to a steady rhythm. Beautiful jump combination there.
Julia Noer for Carolina on floor after Kaya Forbes got their second straight 9.9.
Brenna, just the dismount here. Round off 1.5. Oh, tiniest hop on that landing, but leading up to that dismount, Bart, that was perfect in my eyes. Julia Noer, big pass here. Tuck full in.
Ashley Knight over on the left of your screen, the final vaulter for NC State.
Huge front pike with a half. 10-0 start value, a hop on that landing. but so dynamic, so powerful off the vault.
Chloe Negretti over there got their highest score for state, 9.875.
Wow.
Let's go down to Taylor.
As a freshman at Stanford, Sienna Robinson made it very clear to Coach Yim she did not want to anchor beam, so that's why last year she was in the 3rd spot and a steady presence. But then before this season, she went to Coach and told her she wanted to fight to anchor beam a complete 180, and she has been so good. Shocking Coach, but not surprised at the success she's had this season.
Stanford had one of the great seasons in all of NCAA history last year. Started off 52nd in the country, ended up 5th in the championships as Casey Brown takes to the bars for Cal after Maddie Williams got another 9.95. They need this hit routine because they want to replace Cesario's 9.4 for California. This is critical.
Big dismount here.
Oh!
Takes a step on the landing for Casey, but what a huge bar score for Cal so far, not counting anything under a 9.95. Casey definitely going to be scoring above that 9.4 from Ella. So far, this beam routine for Sienna has been really nice. Stuck dismount, really the biggest deduction there. She had a little balance break on her acro series, but has some solid scores before her.
There's Tabitha Yim, the head coach, giving her a hug in her 8th year at Stanford. She said they haven't yet had their perfect meet, but looking strong today so far, 2 events in. Bella Miller will be the final competitor for Carolina on the floor. Julia Noer, 9.875. So the scores are very strong for North Carolina, already with a team score of 49.35, and they can even improve upon that if she could replace the 9.8 from Stippage.
Front through to double tuck. And Bart, this is just a fun routine. So Bart, without Bella's score, UNC is sitting at a 49.35. And I think Bella can assist in dropping that 9.8.
All right.
What a performance.
All around great performance on floor for the Carolina Tar Heels. And by the way, over on bars for California, Casey Brown in that anchor spot got a 9.825. And for Cal, that means they replaced that 9.4. A big save over there. Season high of 49.625 for Cal on the bars. That'll give Cal the lead after 2 rotations by 1/10 of a point over Stanford. We expect this competition will come down to the highest seeds, and that, of course, is Cal and Stanford. A lot of highlights in that rotation, Bridget.
Well, UNC, JoJo Valahovic putting up big scores and big tumbling. She really started the momentum for the last couple in that rotation.
Let's go to Taylor.
Coach, how would you describe your team's performance just now on floor?
Electric. Unbelievably proud of them. We started off strong on beam, but we had a couple of things we gave away. So
Proud of their aggressiveness, but wanted to be just a little more cleaner with a couple routines. But man, they came over the floor and kept momentum building, and really proud of their performance there.
What needs to carry over now as you head over to vault?
We need to continue to stay aggressive. We need to continue to go after the things that we train every day, and just keep building. So
Thanks, Coach.
yeah, thank you. Go Heels.
Guys.
All right, thank you, Taylor. Well, we have a great competition on hand here. Everyone performing lights out tonight. NC State has trailed behind a little bit after that vault rotation, but they did have a big score in Ashley Knight's 9-9 to wrap it up there. After the break, we'll hear from Chloe Negretti about her mentoring young gymnasts and how it fits into her gymnastics future.
I would die to go into college coaching. I also mentor gymnasts on the sides. They kind of pair you with a young gymnast. I do varying levels and ages, but I essentially will do meetings with them over Zoom, and I will kind of help mentor them in their confidence, performance. We've gone over their own meet videos. I have all these other resources that I've learned that I can pass down to them now. That makes it feel really valuable, especially when they come back to me and they're like, I learned a new skill, or I got first place at a meet, and that just means the world. This helps me become just better at coaching them and helping me to learn more technically, like through a coach's and mentor's eyes.
Chloe Negretti has been such a staple for NC State, and she was huge in this event last year, winning the individual title on beam and on floor as well. Speaking of a staple in the ACC, Commissioner Jim Phillips joining me now. We were standing here a year ago celebrating the comeback of gymnastics in this league. How have you seen it evolve over the last year, Commissioner?
Well, it's been amazing to watch this from the last several years where we had 3 schools, and then Clemson added. It became an ACC-sponsored sport. And then with the addition of Cal and Stanford through expansion, 2 tremendous programs, we now have 4 of 6 programs, so 2/3 of our membership that perform in gymnastics are nationally ranked programs. It's a wonderful sport. It's a growing sport, but we have to continue to resource it. And these women have just been amazing all day today, and so my hat's off to them and their coaches.
All right, Commissioner, thank you so much for being here, and we're going to crown a champ here in a little while.
Look forward to that later, Taylor. Thanks.
Guys.
Thank you.
All right, more from Greensboro coming up on the other side of this break, heading into rotation 3.
Now we're at the halfway point in today's competition here, and many highlights, but none more than this one, the perfect 10 from Uwe Soma.
All right, this was perfection. They call her the handstand queen, and you don't get that name just by chance. She puts in the work, and she delivered tonight. Perfect 10 on bars, the first Stanford bars perfect 10 since 2018.
Competition is enormously close. Stanford currently in second, just a 1/10 of a point behind California, the Golden Bears, their neighbors across the bay. So we expect this will come down to the wire tonight. In this 3rd rotation, Carolina will be on the vault. You see them getting poised there. NC State will be on the bars. California will have to go to the beam, and Stanford will go to the floor. Where you can see every routine. If you launch another browser on the ACC NX app or the ESPN app. So in addition to our coverage here, make sure that you tune into our other feeds where you can see all the routines in tonight's competition. Okay, Julia Noer will lead off Carolina on vault.
This is a big moment for UNC and a really nice Yurchenko full. They had an outstanding floor rotation, so let's keep that momentum going.
On bars, Kaylee Adomaitis lead them off. for NC State.
And the dismount, double tuck. Tiny hop on the landing, but a really clean set for Kaylee to lead off for this NC State team.
These teams are all separated by basically 0.6 of a point. With California has the lead, Stanford 1/10 of a point behind them. And then NC State and North Carolina roughly 0.5 a point out of the lead. Ella Cesario in that leadoff spot for California. Oh! She saved it.
Stays on, but you saw that shoulder completely turn. Not what you want to do at the end of an acro series.
Claire Dean will lead off Stanford on floor. These two teams separated by just 1/10 of a point.
Just the dismount for Ella. Round off 1.5 twist. Just a little off on that whole beam routine. It started with that acro series and really she just couldn't get it back. But Claire Dean for Stanford. This is such a fun routine. Assistant coach Hallie Mazette does all of the choreography for Stanford. And Tabitha had such amazing things to say just about the elevation of their performance. And a lot of that comes from the great choreography.
Ellie King now for Carolina on the ball.
Nice Yurchenko full. Ellie coming after Julia's 9.875. So some big scores for UNC over on vault.
Madeline Reed will be next up on bars for NC State. Kaylee Adomaitis, a 9.85 to start this off. In general, all of the scores tonight have been just a little bit higher than what we saw in the afternoon session. Obviously, these are the top 4 seeds in the conference, but the judging has been, I'd say, slightly generous overall. You agree?
It was a little tight in the first session. I'll agree with you there. Really nice routine. NC State is really just putting up some good gymnastics.
The most important thing tonight, of course, is picking an ACC champion, regardless of what the number is. We've already seen big scores in these conference championships. Maddie Williams on beam. Ella Cesario, 9.45. After that wobble, remember Cesario also struggled on bars, so she's not having her best day, but she's got a great team behind her. Perhaps they can all pick it up here on this crucial event.
Maddie gearing up. This is her acro series. Fabulous job. Handspring layout, step out. Aggressive with those finishes. You see those arms just power to the finish.
Brenna Nolt for Stanford on floor. Claire Dean led off the Cardinal on floor with a 9.9.
And a really nice dismount for Maddie. Had to do that arm swing, didn't move her feet. But Brenna Knoll, this is a...
Oh, that's a landing.
That is a perfect landing, but this is one of the most just fun floor routines. Gorgeous front 1.5, just floats through the air on her tumbling.
She really does have a finesse, not just in all her presentation, but her landings. It's like she's very calm and she sort of eases it into the floor.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Bart, because she makes it just look so easy.
She's coming after a 9-9 from Claire Dean. This could be another huge score. Oh.
We already saw 110-0 for Stanford on bars. Will we see another one in this floor rotation?
Brenna Nolt, the senior, the coaching staff says she represents the Stanford Cardinal in the highest possible way and the best possible way.
Just a beautiful floor routine. Again, such a fun athlete to watch, and she does big tumbling, but you're right, she makes it just look so easy, like floats into her finishes.
There's Tabitha Yim, the head coach there, who's also an outstanding athlete at Stanford in her competitive days. Now she's 8 years as the head coach at the Cardinal. MJ Frazier coming after Maddie Williams had a 9-8. So remember, the score they're hoping to replace is the 9-4-5.
Nice required full turn there. Get it out of the way early. Gorgeous front aerial to standing layout step out. MJ is so fluid on balance beam. The artistry, the extension.
Co-head coach Liz Crandall-Howe was telling us the other day, I love watching her on the beam because she's so fierce and aggressive.
And the dismount, that was big.
Yes.
That was big. Stuck 1.5. Get this Cal team back on track. Nicely done.
Sienna Robinson on floor for Stanford after a 9.85 from Brenda Knoll.
First pass here, double tuck. And the memo. That is a difficult turn. Leg up double turn.
Lolly Decanoidza for Carolina on vault.
Great job by Lolly. UNC putting up some solid scores over there on vault. Very consistent. Double pike. Really nicely done. Just having a blast out there. Stanford is really performing floor. They are not just doing floor, they are performing floor.
You mentioned their routines are choreographed by Hallie Mozette, of course, the former UCLA gymnast. I can see a lot of Hallie in those choreographed skills. Abby Scanlon now for Cal on beam after MJ Frazier had a 9.875. So after that first miss, they have 2 hits. They need 3 more.
Beautiful handspring layout, step out.
Caroline Volk for NC State on bars.
Really nice to get that back on track for Caroline on bars. Caroline gets her rhythm back in the dismount. Really nice save from that first toe on. You saw she kicked her legs off super early, but got it back in a nice clean routine. And a tiny hop on the landing for Abby, but Cal right now, they don't need to be perfect, but they need to stay on the balance beam. looking to drop Ella's 9.45. So far, so good for Cal on beam.
They need 2 more hit routines. This tight battle, especially close between Cal and Stanford here in the 3rd of 4 rotations. Jojo Valahovic will vault for Carolina after they got their high score from Lali Dekanoidze, a 9-9. Oh, wow.
Huge Yurchenko, 1.5.
That is
Tiny
amazing.
hop on the landing, but what an execution.
Such technique and block off the vault table.
Look how tight her shoulders are, the body position. I mean, that is a beautiful vault. Legs glued together. Wow.
Expect a big score because she's coming after Dekanoidze's 9-9. Abby Scanlon had a 9-8. That brings up Maya Lozan. Tied for first in the conference on this event. Lozan, one of 3 all-arounders competing for Cal today. Carolyn Wynn for Stanford on floor after Sienna Robinson just got a 9-9. So Stanford has 2 9-9s and a 9-8-5 on floor.
Carolyn, she's got a big first pass here. Double layout, huge amplitude. And Maya Lozan on the left, on balance beam. Acro series here. Very nice. Last pass for Carolyn and a huge front through to double tuck. Bart, they've got 2 9-9s and a 9.85, so Stanford on a roll.
Oh!
And Maya Lozan with the clutch stuck dismount.
Getting hugs there from Liz Crandall Howell, one of the co-head coaches of the husband and wife coaching team. By the way, Maya was the first gymnast at Cal to get a 10 on beam. She did it way back in 2022. Kaya Forbes now for Carolina. She's their final vaulter. Jojo Valahovic had a 9.875. Well, the score they'd like to replace is the 9.775 if they can get a big vault here. Yep.
And they can. Yurchenko full, stuck cold. That just looked way too easy for her. No big deal, just a walk in the park for Kaya.
Ellie Hadrick, NC State on bars. Caroline Volk had a 9.8 before her. So every score for NC State is 9.8 or better on bars.
And a stuck landing.
You know, you can tell all of these seasons are in post-season form.
Yep.
All these teams are sticking so many landings. The percentage of stuck landings tonight is through the roof, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And one thing that I've been noticing is they're not just getting the sticks, they're fighting for them. They're holding. You see them absorb the landing. That is what you want to see all season long, because come postseason, it's second nature. They don't even have to really try, because that's just what they do.
Ondine Achapong now for California in their anchor spot after Maya Lozan scored a 9.9. Remember, this is a critical routine because they're trying to replace Ella Cesario's 9.45. They need a hit right now to stay in contention for the ACC title. A lot of pressure on this young freshman from Great Britain.
Beautiful extension in her jumps.
was a front runner in contention for a spot on the British Olympic team 2024, sustained a knee injury. She's on a comeback. They expect her to be at full strength next year, competing in more events for California.
Well, so far so good, this beam routine.
How about that?
I didn't see a mistake in that beam routine. I'm sure the judges potentially could find one, but what a delivery from the freshman anchoring the Cal beam lineup. That alone speaks volumes. Take a look at this handspring layout step out, just so fluid, but watch her hold. She holds that landing, ensuring no movement, and gets the stick on that gainer full dismount. They might have had a mistake right in the beginning, but you would never know by the following 5 athletes.
If you look at the scores on the bottom right of your screen, you'll see that California and North Carolina appear to be tied, but that is because Cal is still counting a 9.45 from Ella Cesario. When they replace the score with whatever Ondine Achapong gets, which will be big, Cal will move into the lead. One Stanford has yet to finish on floor. There's been a delay on floor. Judges were contemplating a start value.
And Anna Roberts coming after Terrelyn, that's a 9.925.
The judges were in disagreement. 3 judges had a 10.0 start value for her. 1 judge thought it was a 9.7 start value.
Huge first pass for Anna.
Mentioned how good Cal was on beam, but one score of 9.8 plus in either of these last 2 routines for Stanford will pass Cal after 3 of 4 rotations.
Stunning front layout to front 1.5. Anna, one of the leaders on this Stanford team.
Oh.
Wow. That was pretty good, Bart. The tumbling, the extension on the leaps, the artistry, all of it's there. She starts things off with this front tuck, step out to double tuck. Right to her finish, and finishes with just a floaty front layout, front 1.5.
Stanford has 2 9.9s and a 9.925 so far. We mentioned a 9.8 or better will move them ahead of Cal. Should not be difficult for Stanford at all, as Katie Harper gets the anchor spot for NC State on bars after Ellie Hadrick had a 9.9.
Katie is a dynamic bar worker. Little short on these cast handstands. And a small hop on the landing. A very clean routine, but just little details on those handstand positions.
You know, the interesting thing is that NC State and North Carolina are both doing an outstanding job today. And yet California and Stanford will be contesting for that title unless something drastic happens. But all 4 teams are having really good competitions today.
Absolutely, and that's really what you want to hope that these teams are going for. At the beginning of the meet, you don't want to be thinking about the last rotation, the last routine. You want to be living in the moment, and these teams are just living in the moment. They're putting up big scores, and they're really impressive to watch on all 4 events.
We have a last-minute change for Stanford on floor. Anna Roberts, her score came in as a 9.95. Alana Walker will be the final competitor for the Cardinal. They have 4 scores of 9.9 or better and 1 score of 9.85. What a rotation. Oh.
Wrong music.
I think everybody got the message about the change in lineup except the guy with the who pushes play. They don't push play anymore, do they? How do they do that?
I have no idea, Bert. But what I do know is when that happens, we talk about icing a kicker in NFL. This is similar. When you're getting ready, you're out there, and then you get the wrong music, kind of psychs you out a little bit. So Alana Walker really dialing in.
Regardless of her score, Stanford will have the lead after 3 of 4 rotations.
Bart, watching her in warm-up, she was actually working on being less powerful in her tumbling. I could see Hallie, telling her to open up early. I don't know what that's like, but it must be a really cool feeling to have too much power.
Mentioned earlier how well all 4 teams are doing tonight. NC State, who's been sort of overshadowed here tonight, they had a season high of 49.35 on bars. And already Stanford with a season high on floor, regardless of the score that Alana Walker gets.
And Bart, this is going to be a huge score.
This is like an embarrassment of riches. The quality of gymnastics we're seeing in this conference is amazing.
It is so impressive what these athletes are putting up today. Head coach, Tabitha talked to us about peaking at the right time and hitting the mark, and I have to say they are doing it right. That last pass, front through to double tuck, just right to her finish. It's gonna be a big score.
Tabitha Yim told us the other day, how cool is it they get to be the team that closes out the Pac-12 chapter and then get to start a new chapter with the ACC. They will have the lead. Ondine Achapong had a 9.875 for California in the final competitor on beam in that rotation. And Stanford will have the lead, and their head coach is with our Taylor Tannenbaum.
Coach, season high on floor. What did you see from your team tonight?
Just very excited with the way that they're performing. We've been working really hard in practice to bring that consistency, and we've told them, fight for every single thing. And I've really appreciated the grit and the fight that they've shown tonight. So that was an exciting floor rotation. Shout out to our floor coach, Hallie Mosette. She's done an incredible job, but it's not over yet.
It's not. You mentioned fight. It's going to be a fight to the finish. What will ultimately separate your team to win this title in this 4th and final rotation?
We talk a lot about just controlling the things that we can control. And so, on vault, we're going to focus on the entry, try to get up in the air, be clean, and really get after those landings, controlled, holding the finishes all the way until that last vault. Should be exciting.
Finish strong, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Go Card!
Guys.
All right, thank you, Taylor. Well, the stage is set for a spectacular 4th and final rotation. Who will win the ACC title this year? The top 2 teams are separated by just less than a quarter of a point. Don't go away. ACC Championship is coming down to the 4th and final rotation, and the lead has gone back and forth between Stanford and Cal all day. Stanford led after 1, Cal led after 2, and now Stanford leads after 3. Stanford was incredible on the floor exercise in that rotation. Cal is not letting up either. These two teams are very close. Less than a quarter of a point separates them. Who will be the champion?
That is the million-dollar question, Bart, and they are not going to let up. Going into this fourth rotation, you've got Cal on floor exercise, Stanford on ball, two events that are so strong for both teams.
How about highlights for Stanford on floor in that last rotation?
If you don't mind if we do, Claire Dean starting things off for Stanford. Stanford posted a season-high 49.575. Sienna Robinson doing what she does best. Performing. These athletes do not just do floor, they perform floor. Terilyn Wynn had a huge floor routine, big tumbling, excellent artistry, and Anna Roberts, a stunning athlete, a leader on and off the floor. I'm excited to see what they do on vault.
All right, let's take a look at the Session 2 meet summary. If you look at the average score these teams have scored throughout the year, we can kind of project what the final score might be, but you can see how close it is tonight. Three of the four teams in that last rotation had season-high scores. We have a close one coming into the fourth and final rotation, but it looks like it's going to come down to Stanford and Cal. Rotation of the ACC Championship for the year 2025. These teams are all tightly knit together as we get to the fourth and final rotation. We also have an all-around battle going on in addition to the team battle. Anna Roberts from Stanford is our leader, and she's tied with MJ Frazier and Maya Lozan. So three athletes all tied with the same score. We're crowning not only team champions tonight, but all-around champions and individual ACC champions as well. Stanford in this rotation will be on the vault. And just a reminder to all the fans, you can see all the action on the ACC Network Extra and the app. Make sure you launch another browser if you want to see every routine from your favorite team. Tabitha Yim at the end of the vaulting runway with some words of encouragement for Kendra Chang, who will lead off the Cardinal. Julia Noer will lead off the Tar Heels on bars.
Julia doing a really nice bar routine so far. Short on that last cast handstand though. Really nice job on both sides. Kendra putting up a big vault and Julia putting up a nice bar routine for UNC in that leadoff position. Kendra Chang for Stanford. Stanford is going to have 4 10-0 start values. So that is a significant amount of 10-0s that we're going to see from them.
Interestingly enough, vault is their lowest ranked event in terms of their NCAA rankings. So Stanford will need to stick those landings to hold off Cal, who's on floor, and they're led off by Kyan Mayhew.
First pass. Gorgeous front double twist to front pike. Great control. Very nice extension for Kyan. This is a really great event for Cal to end on. all the energy, all the power can go into this floor rotation. Final pass for Kyan. 1.5 front half to double stag. I love when athletes end with a jump. They make it sky high and just beautiful to watch. What a start for Cal.
Kyan Mayhew, the sophomore from Mesa, Arizona. For more on Kylan Mayhew's interesting braided hair, let's go down to Taylor.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed the back of Kyan's hair. She has ACC braided into the back. The braided words, something she started this season. Her teammate, Mickey Adarento, is the mastermind behind the braids. They've spelled out Cal, they've done Bears, even their coach's initials to honor him in his battle with cancer. So today she has ACC, and Bart, if you are wondering, takes about 1.5 hours. So they were wondering if after this meet you have about 1.5 hours to get yours done. What do you think?
I don't have that much hair. Nev King. Now for Carolina after Julia Noer led them off with a 9.825. Brennan Knoll for Stanford on vault.
Really nicely done for Brenna on vault. Yurchenko full twist on pike off.
Kendra Chang led Stanford off on vault with a 9.8.
And a stuck dismount for Nev King. The excitement in this arena is electric.
Yeah, I can't say enough about how all 4 teams are competing. Everyone is energized, everyone's sticking landings, every coach is happy. Regardless of the final finish, I think all 4 teams will be quite proud of how well they represented themselves here at the ACC Championship this year. .9925 was the score for Kyan Mayhew in that leadoff spot. CJ Kinnicky. Caroline Bolt.
CJ starting things off with another front double twist to front pike. Caroline Bolt over on the left side on balance beam. Really nice save. She was a little off on that acro series. This is a great angle to see just how straight the athlete is. Saves it almost perfectly. Toss for Caroline. Ending on balance beam is almost, some people love it, some people hate it. I think it's a great event to end on. Little calmer of an event and a nice stuck gainer full for Caroline Volk. A really nice set. Unfortunately, Meg Adler had the mistake, so they will be looking to drop that 9.175.
Soma already a highlight today with a perfect 10 on uneven bars in that first rotation. She's up for Stanford on the vault after Kendra Chang and Brennan Knoll both scored 9.8s. So with 9.8 range scores, Stanford will not be able to hold off California at this pace.
Stumble on that landing, a really significantly big hop. Again, we saw a 10-0 from her on uneven bars. She has great distance on this vault. She just keeps that momentum going a little too late. Has to take a pretty significant hop there.
freshman from Belmont, California, was in the running for both the 20 and 24 Olympic teams for Japan. She has dual citizenship. We saw her superb handstands rewarded with a 10 on bars earlier. Brooke Smead, NC State. Caroline Volk had a 9-7, getting NC State back on track.
Over on floor for Cal, this is Maddie Williams. Kyan and CJ both posting 9.925 for Kyan and a 9.875 for CJ. Beautiful front layout to front 1.5. One thing Maddie does so well is her landing. She lands almost standing completely straight up. Very impressive. This is an event where Cal can really just let loose and have fun. Final pass for Maddie. 1.5 front layout. That was pretty good. That was really, really good, actually, if I do say so myself.
Ana Paula Gutierrez for Stanford will be up next after Ui Soma had a 9-7.
Let's see, Yurchenko 1.5. Slight step on the landing, but a huge vault for Stanford.
Ana Paula, they call her AP. She's a bit of a free spirit. How about that with that motorcycle? Can you do an aerial cartwheel off a motorcycle?
I've never tried.
Ren Fink, her second straight 9.85 for Carolina on bars for Nev King and Claire Stippick.
Gwen is a really pretty bar worker. Excellent form. The dismount. Nice double layout. UNC, this is an event that has given them a little bit of issue in the beginning of this season, but man, they have been putting in the work, and bars might be one of their best events.
Hayden Childs. NC State high score so far is Brooke Smead's 9.775.
Very aggressive handspring layout, step out for Peyton.
Ella Cesario on the floor now after Maddie Williams had a 9.95.
This is a big moment for Ella. Hasn't had the best day in total, but starts things off. That was a huge tuck full in. Little stumble on that landing. Peyton Childs on the left side. Another stuck landing for NC State.
Jim Landris, their head coach, giving her congratulations. NC State, of course, was last year's ACC team champions. Now this year with conference realignment, there are 6 teams in the conference, including these California Bears and Stanford Cardinal, who raised the level for everyone. And all 4 teams competing exceptionally well tonight.
Really nice performance for Ella Cesario. A little stumble on that first pass, but other than that, really clean routine.
Anna Roberts now on vault. Ana Paula Gutierrez before her 9.85. No 9.9s yet for Stanford on vault.
Not yet, but I think we'll see one from Anna Roberts.
I like her chances.
She's the reigning NCAA vault champion. Her form is just exquisite, legs glued together. Unfortunately, she had that arm swing. Gets it back though, and just, what a performer.
Isabel Schaefer now after Gwen Fink for Carolina got a 9.9. So good scores for Carolina on bars, as you mentioned.
Isabel, another one of these athletes that just has beautiful form. Her toe point, she's aggressive on her handstands. And the dismount.
Oh, yeah.
Another stuck landing for UNC.
And what a moment for the senior from Charlotte, North Carolina. In front of a supportive crowd. Katie Harper on beam for NC State. Before her, Peyton Childs had a 9.75. So no scores 9.8 or better for NC State in this final rotation on beam.
Katie doing a nice, calm beam routine so far.
MJ Frazier will start for Cal on floor after Ella Cesario had a 9.775. His final 2 floor routines for California are superb. MJ Frazier will be followed by Maya Lozon.
Nice finish for Katie over on balance beam.
Oh, out of bounds.
A little too much power there on that double layout.
All day long, Stanford and Cal have traded the lead. After one rotation, it was Stanford. Second highest score on bars season history, and then they dropped the second. Now they're back in first. Here they're finishing on vault with a great vault from Terilyn Wynn after Anna Roberts got a 9.95, the last year's NCAA champion. What a finish for the Stanford Cardinal.
MJ Frazier, last pass here. Front tuck to double tuck. Beautiful artistry, great tumbling. Biggest mistake in that floor routine was just the out of bounds. It almost looked like her foot slid backwards, but this is a huge double layout. And just couldn't stay in that heel. Unfortunately goes out of bounds, and she knows it. MJ is a perfectionist.
Slight deduction for the step back out of control and then out of bounds with an additional 1/10 of a point off. In this meet, we're talking it's coming down to 1/10 of a point or less that will determine the champions, as Lali Dekanoidze will wrap it up for Carolina on the bars after Isabel Schaefer had a 9.875. Dekanoidze's best event.
Lali is stunning. on uneven bars. Perfect execution in that handstand. If she can stick this dismount, Bart, this is gonna be big.
Yes, it is. Oh yeah, she knows it too. They're on their feet here. Chloe Negretti still finishing her beam routine for NC State. Katie Harper before her had a 9-7. The Carolina fans are on their feet, hoping for a 10 for Lali Dekanoidze. It's a 10.
Chloe Negretti still on balance beam, performing very well with a little bit of chaos going on.
Incredible that she kept her composure while the place was going crazy.
That is a performer. That is a veteran competitor. Nice finish for Chloe.
And it's official. The second 10 of these ACC championships, Lali Dekanoidze. What a moment for the Carolina Tar Heels. The score for Terralyn Nguyen on vault for Stanford was a 9.975. And we have one performer yet to go. That is Maya Lozan. You see, she leads the conference on floor exercise. MJ Frazier's score was a 9.775. With that huge score for Terralyn Nguyen for Stanford on vault. Regardless of what Maya Lozan gets right here, Stanford's gonna win it.
Execution in her leaps. This is a performer that just loves to have fun on this event. Bart, she has not stopped smiling. She was in the corner for every single routine for her teammates. And now it is her time to shine. A stuck 1.5 to front full.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful routine.
One of the finest all-arounders in the country. 4th last year in the all-around at the NCAA championship. She's a nominee for the AAI award, which goes to the top senior student athlete. Great representative for the Cal Bears. But in that final rotation, it was Stanford down the line on vault that got the scores they needed. Cal was undefeated against their ACC opponents all year long, won the regular season championship. But tonight, Stanford went back and forth with Cal, but Stanford is going to get the ACC championship for 2025. Final two vaulters for Stanford, Anna Roberts, 9.95, Terralyn Nguyen, 9.975. Unfortunately, there was a couple of 9.775s for California in the floor, and that made the difference because Maya Lozan's 9.95 was spectacular, but it wasn't enough.
Well, in these vaults, Bart, They just honed in on their execution. They were flawless. I mean, their 10-0 start values. The one thing they do so well, and I know Tabitha and her staff have really been working with them on, and I've said it a lot, is absorbing those landings. Every 10th counts, no matter what event you are on.
The team motto this year for Stanford Cardinal has been hold the line. Time to get out the stick for the Stanford Cardinal. They are the 2025 ACC champions. Let's go down to the floor.
Coach Yim, we pull you away from the celebration, but I watched you watching your ladies celebrate. What are the emotions of this moment, winning this championship?
Look at that. That's what it's all about. Those are the magic moments that you dream of as a coach. And just so proud because, you know, we talk a lot about just controlling what we can control, one routine, one skill at a time. And I felt like they really embodied that today. So just so proud of them. And as we write this first chapter of ACC history, what a way to start. I also just want to say, like, it takes a village, and all our staff, shout out to our staff, all the people who support us all season long. It's because of our community, our tribe, and our village that we get to have moments like this. And so, proud, grateful, hungry for more. Season's not over yet, and we're excited to keep going.
Man, and how about the Cardinal fans who flew all the way across the country to Greensboro for this? It came down to vault for you guys. Your juniors in Tara Lynn Wen and Anna Roberts stepped up big to close out. What have they meant to this team this season and especially today?
Every single person on this team has a very important role and is contributing every single day to the success that we have on the competition floor. And so for us, that's not a surprise because that's how they've been training and that's how they've been preparing. So to see them really step up in that moment and handle it, like I said, just proud, grateful, excited for them.
Coach, we got some hardware to hand out. Go celebrate. We'll talk to you soon. Congratulations.
All right, sounds good. Go Card!
Congratulations to Tabitha Yim. She herself, a great All-American athlete at Stanford, and now she's the coach of the 2025 ACC Championship team in thrilling fashion. We'll be back.
You ready?
Yeah, you got me feeling.
Crowd wants a 10, of course they do.
She can do no wrong.
Like I'm levitating sky high.
For the first time ever, the NCAA Women's Gymnastics Selection Special will be on ESPNU on Monday at noon Eastern Time. Make sure you tune in because those will identify the 36 teams that will go into the NCAA tournament, which starts 2 weeks from now, and 4 different regionals around the country. But what a thrilling day we had at the ACC Championship today. A battle back and forth between Stanford and Cal, and Stanford got their first win over Cal this year to win the title. Let's go down to Taylor Tannenbaum.
All right, Anna Roberts here now, ACC champion. How does that sound after today's performance?
It feels amazing. I mean, we've been working so hard. We knew we could do it. We just needed to do our normal, and we came out here and we did, and it's incredible.
We were talking before we came on camera. I said, what was going through your mind as you guys came into your 4th rotation on vault? What was going on here in the corral?
Well, we knew we just needed to do our normal, and Brenna came up to me and she said, we need to do a vault rotation from freshman year, first day of regionals, because it was a lights out vault rotation, and we went out and we did that. I mean, 3 stuck vaults, 3 stuck 1.5 vaults at the end is just amazing, but it's nothing different than what we do in the gym every day.
I know now, Coach just mentioned it. This is wonderful. You guys have aspirations of a national championship as well. How does today, though, help you as you get ready for postseason now?
I think it just builds confidence in our team. I mean, throughout the whole season, we've shown we can put up high scores on every single event. And coming out here today, we were able to put all of the pieces together and show that we can be a competitive team and we can be a top team. So I think it just builds our team with so much confidence and excitement going into postseason.
Congratulations, Anna. You deserve it.
Thank you so much.
Time to go celebrate for Anna Roberts.
What a day Anna Roberts had. start to finish.
Starting things off, her bar routine, I mean, the momentum that Stanford had in the beginning of this competition, it never let up. Every single routine was elevated. Anna Roberts just leading the way. And then this vault, this was icing on the cake for me. It was beautiful. She had a fabulous day on all 4 events.
All right, we'll be back to wrap this one up here from Greensboro. What a thrilling day of gymnastics around the entire country, and we had a great one here in the championship tonight.
It is going to be one for the ages.
This one is going to be a nail-biter, no doubt about it.
She just does it so effortlessly.
Nailing that landing. They've been dreaming of this moment since they were little.
Basketball has March Madness. Women's gymnastics has April Anarchy.
You're not going to want to miss the postseason in NCAA gymnastics, and we'll have the championship from Fort Worth. The semifinals will be on ESPN2 on April 17th, and then we'll have the pre-show on April 19th at 3:30 Eastern, and the finals will be on ABC at 4 Eastern. Before that, we have several postseason scheduled events coming up, including Monday's selection show, which will be at noon Eastern on ESPNU, then the NCAA regionals 2 weeks from now, NCAA semifinal and national championship following up. Let's take a look at the individual champions in addition to the team crowns. We're giving individual champions 2 10s on bars tonight for Ui Soma and Lali Dekanoidze. Teralyn Nguyen wins the vault with a 9.975. There's a 3-way tie on beam with a 9.9. And a 3-way tie on floor with 9.95. Maya Lazan earns 2 of the titles tonight. Wow. I'm Mark Connor along with Bridget Sloan. I'm exhausted. We've had a lot of gymnastics here today, and this back and forth finish between Cal and Stanford was amazing, but all 4 teams did great. UNC was the 3rd highest score in school history. They performed well. NC State ends up 4th, but Stanford gets the championship, and Cal is only 125 thousandths of a point behind them. What a meet.
I mean, we knew it was going to be a nail-biter. We knew it was going to come down to the last routine, the last vault. It always seems to come down to vault. And when I tell you these athletes need to be proud, that's an understatement. They showed out today. No matter where the finish was, every single team elevated, and they should be so excited and confident going into postseason.
Congratulations to all 6 teams in the ACC. Well, that'll do it from Greensboro as Stanford wins the 2025 ACC Women's Gymnastics Championship. Just a reminder that Women's Gymnastics Selection Special is Monday at noon Eastern on ESPNU. And after the game, after we're done, join us on the ACC Network and the ESPN app for all the post-game trophy ceremonies. For Bridget Sloan, Taylor Tannenbaum, and the entire ACC Network crew, I'm Mark Connor. Thanks for joining us.
We have a 9-way tie in 6th place with a score of 9.9. From Clemson, Bree Clark. From Clemson, Madison Minner. From NC State, Ashley Knight. From NC State, Ellie Hadrick. From UNC, Kaya Forbes. From UNC, Jojo Valahovic. From Stanford, Alana Walker. From Stanford, Sienna Robinson. From Stanford, Claire Dean. And now we have a 2-way tie for 4th place with a score of 9.925 from Stanford, Teralyn Nguyen. From Cal, Kyan Mayhew. And on the floor, we have a three-way tie for first place with a score of 9.95 from Stanford, Anna Roberts. From Cal, Maya Lazard. And from Cal, Madeline Williams. And now, fans, for the all-around results, we have a tie for first place with a final score of 39.625 from Stanford, Anna Roberts. And from Cal, Maya Lazard. And now, fans, joining Commissioner Phillips tonight to present the Of the Year Awards and the Team Championship Trophy is ACC Network's Taylor Tannenbaum. All right, fans, we've got some technical difficulties with Taylor's mic.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, we're working now.
We're doing it again. All right, Taylor.
Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much, Ron. Congratulations to all of our individual award recipients. Now to announce our Of the Year award, starting with Coaches of the Year. It's one award, 3 coaches. Cal's Justin and Elizabeth Howell, and UNC's Dana Durante, Coach of the Year. Yeah, one more time for the coaches. All right, we're going to need more of that chant you guys just did because your newcomer of the year is Carolina's JoJo Valahovic. As for your specialist of the year with her first ever 10 today, UNC's Lali Dekanoise. And your gymnast of the year, who has been a joy to watch, and there's plenty of season left, Cal's Maya Lazan. One last big round of applause for our 2025 Of the Year award recipients. Okay, now we're going to recognize winners of the team competition. So teams, please stand when your team is called. In 6th place with 195.800, the Pitt Panthers. In 5th place with a score of 196.175, the Clemson Tigers. In 4th place with a score of 196.500, the NC State Wolfpack. And in 3rd place with a score of 197.225, the North Carolina Tar Heels. And what a battle we had for the top 2 spots. In 2nd place with a score of 197.650, the Cal Golden Bears. And for the first time ever, the champions of the 2025 ACC Women's Gymnastics Championship with a score of 197.775, the Stanford Cardinal. Before we present the trophy, one final round of applause and a big thank you to all of these athletes who participated in today's championship meet. All right, good to go? All right, everybody except for Stanford. Exits, correct? All right, everybody except for Stanford, thank you so much. All right, now we would like the members of the 2025 ACC Gymnastics title to come forward when your name is announced. One by one, I'll call each of your names to celebrate your big accomplishment. First up, Alana Walker. No, straight to commissioner. Ana Paula A.P. Gutierrez. Anna Roberts. Ashley Carter. Ava Sorrento. Brenna Nault. Claire Dean. Kendra Chang. Portia Trinidad. Sienna Robinson. Tara Lynn Wen. Temple Landry. And the other perfect 10 today, Ui Soma. Daniel Deshane, Director of Operations. Becca Olson, Athletic Trainer. Jenny Tripler, Sports Performance Coach. Maddie Gotro, Sports Information Director. Isaiah Hale, Videographer. Yeah, you guys too, you're part of this. Associate Head Coach, Vince Smurrow. First Assistant Coach, Hallie Mosette. Assistant Coach, Caleb Rickard. And Head Coach, Tabitha Yim. All right, at this time, I know those little trophies are really awesome, but how about the big trophy? The 2025 ACC Gymnastics Champions, your Stanford Cardinal. Coach, a couple more questions before we send you guys off back to the West Coast. You guys are part of history today. What does this mean for Stanford and for this team?
First off, we just want to thank the ACC for welcoming us to this conference. It was a class act from the moment we stepped into the building until now, and so we're just really excited about starting this first chapter with the ACC. Shout out to all the incredible programs who competed today. Just so proud to be a part of this conference and excited to continue writing the next chapter of ACC history and Stanford history. Go Card!
You were once in their shoes. Now you get to watch them celebrate these accomplishments. What's that like?
Look right there. That's the village. Shout out to our staff, to our coaches, to all the people who do so much to create such an amazing student-athlete experience for our athletes, and they really shine tonight. Way to go, girls. You earned that. I'm sorry.
Congratulations, Coach. And once again, congratulations to your champions, the Stanford Cardinal.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Atlantic Coast Conference, we would like to thank you for your support of ACC Gymnastics. Once again, congratulations to the Stanford Cardinal, the 2025 ACC Gymnastics Champions. Fans, please drive home safely and have a wonderful evening. Good night.